again, I'm sorry for all of this. I wish I didn't have to do it. I wish I wasn't under control. I wish none of this would happen.
I know, Reborn. You might not want to see that on camera. They probably have audio.
With probably not knowing the budget of this place and how many corners are cut.
Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm here now anyway. Where are we going? I don't know.
Miss Gray asked me to bring you back for some tests. Hopefully they're done quick.
Tests? What kind of tests?
That's all I was told.
Okay, that's wonderful considering what else is down here. That's great.
Yeah, well, maybe we should be built there. Again, I'm sorry.
I know, Reborn.
Darling, I'm so glad to see that you're back. And yes, the security cameras do have audio. We cut corners on safety, not security. You should know this. Now go sit in the corner and be a little coat rack for the labs. Ursa, darling, I was worried sick. Are you okay?
Mostly.
Well, come step into my office. Let's answer some questions for me, darling.
Okay.
Did that mean old Afton do anything to you first off?
No, just hit me over the back of the head and toted me off like a potato sack. That wasn't fun.
The audacity. I'm sorry he's done that, darling. Now come in a little further, please.
Yeah, you haven't done anything.
What was that?
I was communicating with Phobia. He was asking about spiders.
Nice save.
Anyways, darling, could you answer some questions for me?
Sure.
What would you happen to know about some remnant?
It's a very broad question. I know it's a word.
Very well then.
I'm pretty sure the vocabulary means something that's left behind. That's it.
We're being smart today, aren't we, darling?
I am answering your question to the best of my
ability. So it says here that you're due for your company physical, if you will. So if you wouldn't mind just hopping on the table with some straps. You understand.
I'm usually for resisting, but she's scary.
Yeah, and I think it's a little late to be resisting. I think you're right.
What was that, darling?
I am talking to the voices in my head. Yep.
Are we going to do this nicely, darling, or do you need some assistance?
You're not gonna let me go anywhere. I'm sure this is fine. You've got the crowbar. I've already had several concussions. This is fine.
What an excellent choice, darling. I wouldn't want to rough you up any more than that Afton fellow already has.
Yeah. Great. Just great. Are the straps really necessary?
Well, the straps aren't necessarily escaping issues. It's more of any involuntary movements you might have during the procedure.
Right, so why are there so many of them exactly?
Well, to put it bluntly, darling, you're not exactly the tallest.
Wow.
This has been used for other people, darling.
Of course it has.
You are my favorite, don't get me wrong. But this has had other subjects. We had to make sure it was safe for you, of course.
I do not know what to do with that information, especially with the large red stain on the floor.
Less questions, darling. It'll make you feel a lot better. It senses fear. You really shouldn't stress too much about it.
Luckily, we have no fear.
Thanks, Mal. Really appreciate it. Super helpful. So, is this, gonna last long exactly?
Well, it depends on your... Oh, what's the word? Strength, I suppose. Mental strength.
Great.
The last
Great,
few...
Perfect.
It took a couple of days to extract all the information we needed, but some just lasted a couple days, and some a few weeks. It really depends. It's somewhere around that range.
Great. This is sounding more and more like medieval torture.
Well,
Wonderful.
we'll be sure to give you rest, darling, I promise. I'm not that evil.
Right.
Now remember,
Okay.
no rest for you lot until you get the answers.
Yes, Miss Gray.
Good. So, darling. What was that?
Yes. All yours. Literally can't go anywhere, so...
Well, one of the devices we've hooked you up is a little lie detector, if you will.
Oh,
Just to make sure that we're being truthful with one another, you see.
Uh-huh.
As I don't just let anyone into my personal office space, you see.
Right, yeah. Uh-huh.
So, darling, I would like you to be a bit more broad. Or, I guess, specific, and I think we both know what we mean when I ask about, do you know what remnant is?
Yes, I know what remnant is. I've had it explained to me. I'm not overly familiar with it.
Very good, darling. I'm glad we're on the same page now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, could you possibly tell me why is it that you've been producing remnant?
I have no earthly idea. And it's very, very strange that is something that can be picked up on some sort of scale, to be honest with you.
Oh, we have quite a few scales that have been picking things up, darling.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, how far away physically is that animatronic version of myself that you've also been testing on? How far is that from
Why, darling, it's right in the other room.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yep. Sure. Why not?
Well, as long as you're being honest with me, I have no reason to lie to you, darling. After all, you are my favorite. I had to make sure that you were recovered safely.
Thanks. While you're being so, forthcoming, how exactly did you get into, mad scientist court? Like, what?
Oh, it's just a dabble in college, really. Minored in it.
Great.
Majored in
Wonderful.
business and animatronics, of course, mechanics, all that good stuff.
Of course.
Gotta have a side hobby, darling. Anyways, how much do you know about your animatronic self?
It exists. I assumed at first that you made it at some point after looking at my blueprints, which I don't remember sending you.
Interesting.
Did you not build it?
It's a good thing you're connected to this detector, my dear.
Okay. I don't really have a reason to lie about that either, to be honest with you, so, are you just...
And what about
Yeah?
what about you, darling? Are you fully from this world?
As far as I know, you're the one that threatened me with my own ants, so I think you should know that I was born here, like...
Just because you have a bit of humanity ties, darling, doesn't mean you're entirely of this world.
I have baby pictures going all the way back to my birth. Do you want my birth certificate? I'm sure you already have
darling.
it.
There are multiple different paradoxes in the world, or at least in science fiction. There's always the possibility of fiction becoming non-fiction.
You don't say, as I'm sitting under this weird machine. You know what? Yep. Whatever you want to know, just let me know. That's what I'm here for. Go ahead. This is fine.
What are you, darling? That's what I'd like to know.
My name is Ursa. I'm just a normal
Not who.
person. I also go by Lindsay. They're both my names.
I'm
I'm way over my head. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I just ended up here.
I'm noticing some spikes, darling, in the detector.
Okay.
I'm not
So
sure which of that was a
maybe
lie.
some people wouldn't consider me normal. Not in this but I used to be normal. So
Yeah, I
I'm
don't think you're
trying
normal.
very hard to not lose everything right now. So, you know.
That is good. Like I said, the machine does malfunction a little bit with too much fear. But
Great. Perfect.
I do have access to your medical records, as you know, darling.
Then you should know that it
We've discussed this. We've talked about your therapy.
yeah, uh-huh. Missing that right now. Really wish I was there, not here. Really should have just stayed in therapy.
It's not too much
Questioning all
different
my
from
life choices.
therapists in here. I mean, it's got the white walls like a therapist office would. We've got a little bit of accenting. It really brings the room together, I think, darling, don't you?
What do you want from me? You're asking me questions that I don't have answers to. I'm just a person. I'm a bystander. Things just keep happening around me. They're weird. I don't know what you want from me. I can't help you.
Are you, though, darling? Are you truly just a bystander?
Yes. Yes, I am. Or I was. Before whatever this is. So, thanks for that.
I don't think you're truly just a bystander, darling, but we'll let the tests see the answers to that.
You can tell I
Have you
think
found
so
anything?
anyway.
We're still looking. Just no, there's not much yet.
Very well.
We're just
What?
about to check over the brain and the nervous system now.
Ah, great.
Good. As you should have been doing a while ago. But I digress.
Yeah, just probe my brain. Why not? It's not like that's important or anything. It's not like I want to keep that. Any other
Thank you
asinine
so much, though,
questions?
darling, for behaving as much as you have.
Yeah.
You've really been a doll with all this.
Like I have a choice.
What,
Reborn.
Coat Rack?
Sorry, that's Orion has an update on the first champion if you're interested.
Oh?
He
I
apparently is
suppose.
trying to reach you, but for some reason it is not going through.
Oh no.
I suppose we should just step out, get some cell service.
Um,
Stay put, darling. Try not to move too much.
Like I'm gonna go anywhere. Very funny. Is Plush Trap
If
okay?
you want, I could try to break you out.
Was that a distraction? What would be the most likely to happen if we did that?
Heavy stealth. I killed him. We get up.
No. I'm pretty sure they're just innocent bystanders as well. I don't think... don't kill anybody, Reborn.
I could just knock them out. Wouldn't be hard. Well, for me it would be hard.
And, say we even get past Miss Gray in the elevator, what would happen then?
Consider the other animatronics are set to self-destructive. If anything happens to Miss Gray, and they're probably on standby.
Okay.
Get you out, and then I would go kaboom. So
we're
would
not
the
doing
others,
that.
and
Nope.
that would be the end of it.
Nope. We don't want that to happen. We're not doing that.
You're-
That's a terrible plan.
Your life is more important
No.
than mine.
Listen, I don't think that's how any of this works.
They can
I
work.
really don't. I
cannot
value you, Reborn. I
Now
do.
take Miss Gray out, so you're free for life.
No, that's not. She hasn't done anything insane yet. My brain isn't mush yet, so it'll be fine, I guess. But this is better than you exploding or something. even if I die here, at least no one else will be a casualty.
I have a promise to keep. You're not dying.
Well, just write it out for right now and feel it out.
Fine. You two working fast enough, Miss Gray doesn't like slow workers.
Wait a minute. There's a chip in her brain.
Oh no.
What was that?
There seems to be a chip in the left side of the cerebral cortex of her brain.
I was really hoping that he was lying to me.
Interesting. Darling, did you know about the chip?
Someone might have mentioned it to me that it was in there, and I was really hoping that he was telling a lie.
Oh no.
Mr. Upton so many things, but he isn't a liar.
It looks like it's right
I
in
would
the-
not have you saying that name. Go back in the corner and be a coat rack.
Fine.
It appears to be right at the base of her skull.
Yep. That's great. I was really hoping that was
You
not.
see that there?
Darling, what all does the chip do?
I don't know. I didn't even know it was in there. I don't want it in my brain.
Could be sending out valuable information, or it could contain valuable information. Lock it down in the system.
Please.
Yes, Miss Gray.
Huh? No.
What does that mean?
No.
What does that mean?
They're not looking me anyway.
Um,
No.
Hey,
No.
I think that you should think this through a little bit more about,
There seems to be some kind of information on it.
it's hooked up to my brain.
Lock it
Can
down
we-
for now until we can isolate it properly to see what's in it.
Are we sure that I
Yes,
don't
Miss
need
Gray.
that?
That's
Ursa? Ursa, darling? Ursa? Ursa? Oh, wonderful. You did survive. So we managed to shut down that chip, which it knocked you out for a moment. It was a little close to some nerves. There was the high chance of you becoming blind and deaf, but since you're responding, I'm assuming that it didn't cause either of those issues for you.
Considering where it was, it probably would have told her.
Might
Mrs. Gray. The chip.
What? Excellent.
I don't feel right.
We'll have to diagnose this later, properly look into it. We've removed it from your head, darling. Little souvenir. With this, we should be able to find...
My brain feels funny.
Well, we didn't have that much anesthesia left from the last procedure, to be fair, but it'll work its way out, I'm sure, darling. For now, why don't you just worry about resting up? What a great choice. I'm so glad you agree.
With all due respect, Miss Gray probably should leave that a secured vault with no radio signals getting in or out.
Why would I have taken this out of her brain only to just not study it? Why would I have risked this wonderful darling for a chip that I would just let sit dusty in a storage somewhere? It will be investigated properly. We will be getting answers from this.
All I'm saying is, I don't know, something doesn't feel right.
Am I in charge or are you?
You're in charge.
Darling, the adults are talking. Go back to sleep. It's okay.
She is an adult.
And right now, the adult is very tired.
Something is missing from
But
my
that
brain.
adult is at least listening to what she's being told. The last I checked, coat racks don't speak. Unless spoken to at the bare minimum.
He is a bear. It's a bear.
Thank you. Thank you, Ursa.
the last time. I don't care what you think. I do not care for your opinion. I did not ask for it. If I wanted an opinion of an object, I would have been talking to the walls by now.
Oh.
Come on. Hi.
Darling, are you coming too?
Uh-huh.
Excellent. So why don't you just go ahead and start sitting up for me, darling?
Easy does it.
You might still feel a little bit of the side effects, but that's okay. That's probably normal.
Woozy.
So we're just going to be walking just a short little trip to the next room, darling. You can use the little coat rack to help you along.
I don't think this is a good idea, Miss Gray.
Well, what? Would you rather her just fall all over herself? She'll fall off the table if we're not careful. Help her off.
That's not what I meant. I don't trust that thing.
If I wanted your opinion, I would have asked for it. Or I would have talked to the walls first.
Oh,
there
Ursa,
you go, darling.
Be careful.
Come along now.
My head feels like fruit.
That's a very...
mustard.
Leave the door there, darling. Can't have you too damaged. There's someone that's been wanting to see you.
Great. Hello, me. I don't wanna.
Is anything coming back to you at all about this individual, darling?
My brain feels like an oversized orange.
I'll get you an orange later.
Thank you. I like oranges. Oranges are nice. I'm gonna sit down now.
That's
Just
fine.
don't fall asleep, darling. We still have much to do.
What happened?
They've been requesting your presence, darling, and I was hoping I could get answers from one, if not both of you, if you were together. With all the remnants you seem to be producing.
So sorry to interrupt, but I've been waiting long enough. Shutdown code 23 5 23 9 12 12 2 5 15 14 5.
That's not good.
Oh dear.
Oh, how I've missed you.
We won't know until we properly are able to investigate it.
I was angry. Grr.
She's going insane! She's laughing on the table while she's clearly struggling in fear!
Stop it!
Quick, sedator!
Get her down! Get her down!
Let me...
Don't worry, I've got it!
Oh, she's in survival!
What's happening, guys?
I didn't think you could be shot. I thought you were...
She's in survival!
You can't be shot!
She was gonna be hit with a crowbar! She has to be!
Help me!
Are you shot?
Help me!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, that went really quickly badly. I literally cannot do anything if I don't jump.
No, yeah, no. Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't get the step stool out for you. We'll get it next time.
Shut up.
Let me give you a boost up.
If you've made it this far, hit the subscribe button.
Thanks, Slender.
Let's see if
Let me
that
give
works.
you a little kiss goodnight.
Let us tuck you in now. Let's make sure you're
Okay,
not
guys, pull it together.
Now the dragon is here, it's time for your sniff inspection.
3, 2, 1.
At the bare minimum.
He is a bear. It's a bear.
Thank you. Thank you, Ursa.
I didn't know what else to say. I wasn't sure when you're.
He's a bear.
Ursa said him a bear, and it's just like, oh my god, that's so
Oh god.
Because you still had the Ursa bot part, and that's what I was like. I don't know when you're gonna cut in with that, but just the he is a bear.
He's a bear.
I'm like, I don't know what to say that would be in character for Gray, because I don't think Gray would laugh at that, but like, I wanted to laugh at that.
I was
He's a
trying to
bear.
stay in character for something.
There wasn't any, like,
He's a
got her
bear.
wisdom teeth taken out.
Ray, why is there a bear in the corner?